Alright, we're having a look at the Amada ProCam APX 100p press brake. This is the back view of the machine. First of all, make sure that the door is closed. There's a latch on this door that's supposed to go in there, and you must make sure that that one is latched. Then you've got limit switches here. You must make sure that these limit switches are not touching anything. There's another limit switch there, and there's another limit switch there. There's another limit switch. Each axis has got a limit switch. So you must always, if you're having any trouble, just go through all these limit switches and make sure that these limit switches are not touching anywhere. All right, then on the bending brake itself, there's also another limit switch over here. I've taken this cover off, so there's a limit switch over there, which is used for a referencing. And then you've got an emergency stop button on this side, and you've got another emergency stop button on this side. Okay, and you've got another emergency stop button on the operator panel. All right, so before you try to enable the machine, make sure those emergency stops are released, make sure none of those limit switches are touching, and make sure that the door latch is closed. Then you can switch on the isolator. When you switch on the isolator, the computer will boot up automatically, and it takes a few seconds, and then the computer will be booted up. Let's just pause. Right, so while the computer started up, I thought let me just also tell you about the operator console over here. You've got a manual pulse generator, which you can use to jog all your axes. You've got your axis selection on the left-hand side. Then you've got your increment selection in the middle, and that button over there is your start button. Then over here you've got two pedals. That pedal is to bring the right-hand pedal is to bring the blade closer, and the left-hand pedal, while it is in operation, is to take the blade further away from each other. All right, so this is what the computer looks like when you start it up. You've got a little penguin over there, so you can just go on the penguin with your mouse. Your mouse is located underneath here, and then you can just double left click on the penguin there. It will come out with a thing there that says you must execute. You click on execute, and then Linuxcnc software will start. It takes 3 seconds or so. What I normally do is I just maximize the screen so that it fills up the whole screen. All right, so make sure that your emergency stop buttons are released, and then once it's released, then you can go on the left hand side and you can toggle the emergency stop to disable. You see when you press it again, there it is enabled, and when you release it, then you can enable the machine. Oh, before you actually do that, you should actually start the hydraulics. Now the hydraulics, to start the hydraulics is located over there. You just turn the button clockwise so that it lines up with that motor symbol over there. And I think you can hear the hydraulics is running now. All right, so once you've got the machine started up and the enable button is toggled over there, then first thing that you can do is you can press home all. You can click there on home all, and if you can see there now, the axes are now actually busy moving back. There the Z axis is moving up, and there the W axis is moving up. It's going to the home location. There the X axis is moving to the left hand side to do its referencing, and you're going to see the U axis now moving to the right hand side. So it does the referencing, and there's going to be a cover over here, but over there you can see there's a limit switch that does the referencing for the press brake. Alright, so once the machine has been zero returned, I'm just going to show you this quickly. If I'm going to unhome it, unhoming, and I'm going to say there unhome all joints. So now you've got joints. So there's basically 8 joints on this machine. In fact, there's only 6 joints, but this is just for the world mode display. You've got a world mode and you've got a joint mode over there. But what happens is when we click on home all, it will now reference return all the joints, and once the joints has been reference returned, you will see that the machine will turn to world mode. We'll do it just now, and there you've got now your x-axis, your y-axis, your z-axis. Your a-axis is for the guillotine brake that moves up and down, and your u-axis is your stopper on the right hand side, the position for your right hand side, and the z-axis is synchronized. So both, if you jog the z-axis up, then both the end stops will move up and down. Alright, so once you've done that, then on the right hand side over there, you've got your MPG selected axis. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press this button, and over there you can see that the y-axis currently is selected. When I press the button, then the z-axis is selected. When I press it again, the a-axis is selected. Press it again, the u-axis is selected. Press it again, the x-axis is selected. Now once the x-axis is selected, and if I turn the manual pulse generator over there now, then the x-axis is going to jog. So as you can see right now, I'm busy jogging the x-axis. I'm busy turning the wheel with the x-axis enabled and at increments of 0.01. Now let me just show you over there. There you can see that it is moving. Alright, so now you can do the same for the Y and the Z axis, but now when you press the middle button over there, when you press the middle button, then your increment selection is going to change. So if you look there at the bottom where it says increments, you can see each time that I press the middle button on the console, then it changes to, that is 1 micron increments, that is 10 micron increments, and that is 100 micron increments. So now if I select the x-axis, the x-axis is still selected. If I now rotate the wheel, now you can see that the x-axis stopper is actually moving to the right hand side when I move it clockwise. So then when I select the axis U, there you can see I'm going through the axis all the way to U. Now if I rotate the manual pulse generator in a counterclockwise position, in a counterclockwise direction, I don't know if you can see that now at the moment, but the left stopper is now coming towards us. Alright, so then operation of the machine. So over there you've got your preview, which gives you a bit of a DRO, and then it tells you that this is Linuxcnc, blah blah. There you've got a DRO display. Alright, and you've got a bend wizard. Okay, now the bend wizard, you can create a few bends in the following manner. So the left stop, I want to say it must be 30 millimeters from the left hand side. The right hand stop must be 200 millimeters. So these are all parameters that is programmed, and you can now go and change them if you want. But for now, I first want to show you how to set up your machine before you can play with this. But once the machine has been set up and the machine is being shut down normally every time, then you wouldn't need to set up your machine. Alright, I think to make the video not too long, let's try and keep it to 10-minute videos. I'm gonna stop it now, and then we're gonna start with the setup of the machine. So yeah, so far, as I say, we've gone through enabling the machine, manually jogging the machine, and reference returning the machine. So with the next video that I'm gonna do, we're gonna look at the setup of the machine if you want to physically set up plates to bend them. Alright, my name is Dickie, and yeah, I hope that these videos are helpful to you.